Our next viewer question comes to us courtesy of Peter of Atlanta, Georgia, and he writes, "Hey, my parents have a Samsung 50-inch HD TV. The power in their area is a little wonky. What UPS, surge protector, line conditioner, etc. should I get them to keep that big investment safe?" Well, I have to say that UPSs, or uninterrupted power supplies, are, I find, a must-have accessory for personal computers. Every computer and peripheral I use in my own home is all routed through an uninterrupted power supply that incorporates a lead-acid battery and the electronics to drive it, so that in the event of power sags or a complete power outage, I'm able to then, or it will automatically switch over to that battery-powered system and keep everything up and running for, say, 15, 20 minutes until it can be safely turned off. Or if power comes back on, it switches over to the normal mains coming in from the power poles in the companies. However, for home electronic components in home theater, I typically never use uninterrupted power supply devices there. I do run everything through power conditioners, line conditioners, and I have to say one of my favorite companies to deal with, and I've mentioned this before, is Tripp-Lite, based out of Illinois. And they have a variety of products. And starting here on the least expensive end is this just came out, actually. And I can put that up there. And here, you want to hold that real quick?
Yep.
And show, too, that it flexes on the sides. But this is their home business theater surge suppressor that just came out.
Plugs in the back.
$20.
Yep.
And this literally just plugs into your outlet on the wall and then creates a six-pack, or is it 6 or 8 outlets on this thing? It's 6.
6.
As well as on the bottom, they have line filters for your cable and data connections as well. So if you're running, you say your satellite or cable feed goes in and out to run through that protected filter system as well. And like I said, too, the data line right there, if you're using modem, I think it's just modem size. I don't think that's for Ethernet.
Yeah, that's phone size, yeah.
So if you're using that as well. But that's really convenient. It's cheap. It provides 1,200 joules of protection. You can look up what joules means on Wikipedia or whatever, but that's not a lot of power, but for $20, that's better than nothing, and that keeps you going. Now, if you want to step it up another level, they have the metal enclosed. This is more of an industrial-sized or type of power conditioner. This is Isobar's surge suppressor. About $45 online. This gives you 4 ports. It's all steel construction. Thing's built like a tank, and it has quality components inside.
Of course, little screw mounts if you want to mount it on a wall.
Totally. Yeah. And otherwise, it's like, look, if 4 is not enough, they make them in 6 and 8 configurations as well. That'll run you about $45 online, but it doubles the amount of joules that it can take in a surge up to 2,200, or about doubles anyway compared to the previous product. But again, you're spending about twice as much, and that seems to be the theme here. And sitting underneath all of that is perhaps one of the more high-end devices I've looked at lately, but it's the Isobar Audio Video Power Center, that big thing right there. This actually along the back contains about 12 outlets, including several RF outputs for your cable or satellite systems as well. They can be set up and configured so that it will trip certain plugs at certain times and not turn everything all on at once. There's a lot of custom configurability built into that system, and as well as superior power protection in the form of, they rate it at 5,700 joules, which is one of the highest joule ratings I've ever seen for a surge suppressing product. Of course, that kind of protection bumps the price tag up to about $300 online. It even includes those nifty displays right there that'll show you current voltage measurements that are coming in from the wall itself. So maybe you're expecting 120, but guess what? It's actually running at 127 or something. Or
118,
up or down.
Things like
that.
It
looks cool. Yeah.
There are places that just don't have reliable power. I used to live in Florida where there were thunderstorms all the time, and something like this is a really good idea, at least especially a line conditioner, because your power levels and quality fluctuates a lot, even when it's not getting a blackout or something. And then, of course, blackouts are really common, too. So,
and if you can keep those small fluctuations from reaching the sensitive electronics of the component itself, because maybe the power supply built into the TV isn't as high of a quality as it should be, and normally a high-quality power supply would be able to deal with lots of little fluctuations over time, but those are really the little things that, over time, will destroy modern electronic devices, and it's nice to put something in between to prevent that from going. And, like we said, we showed you options from $20 to $300. There's something out there for everyone. Yeah. And also be aware, too, that if it's just a power strip with a little flashy light on it, odds are it will provide no kind of power protection whatsoever. Usually those devices are rated by Underwriter Laboratories, UL listed, as nothing more than extension cords. So really pay attention to what you're buying when
Some of those do have specific, surge protection and circuit breakers in them, and you got to make sure that you look for one that is, and that's underwritten by UL to have some sort of however many joules of surge protection.
You really want some kind of power conditioning more than just stopping a surge.
That helps too.
Yeah. Good deal.